Hello everyone, today we're doing exercise 5.7 and it also seems like it's one of those fun questions to work with, right? Why? It has two asterisks next to it, so 2 stars, so it tells you should know immediately that you're gonna have to do a little bit of thinking, unlike the exercising we've been doing up to this point. This one here, it requires a little bit of thinking. Anyway, let's read it through. It's a financial application problem. We compute a future tuition. We are told that suppose that the tuition for a university is $10,000 this year and increases 5% every year. In 1 year, the tuition will be $10,500. Write a program that computes the tuition in 10 years and the total cost of 4 years worth of tuition after the 10th year. Okay. You see, this problem is one of those problems that I wouldn't say that my solution is the best one can possibly think of. Okay, it's not like that's what I've been saying for all of my other exercises. It's just that basically the idea in this particular exercise is to know which loop is the best choice, right? But I know people can pick different choices, but you will see, and I'm definitely gonna try by all means to give out 3 solutions on this exercise, just to point out some concepts, right, or some common mistakes beginners usually do. Okay, let me jump onto it. So without any waste of time, I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible. So I'll have final double increase rate. That is that 5% there. But you guys know that if you wanna convert a percentage to a number, you divide by 100. Perhaps I should have done that. Should have just said 5 divide by 100. Okay. What else? I wanna go current year tuition. It is initially what? Double current year tuition. It is initially $10,000 Okay, so year number why not use a short data type? Year number is 1. Okay, starting from year number 1. Okay, check this out, folks. I'll start from year number 0. Why? I will use a do while loop, and the very first thing I will do before checking my loop condition will be to increment my year number. That way, by the time we do the checking, our year number will be 1. Okay, so let me just go while. You know what? Let me use a while loop here, not a do while loop. Okay, so here's the deal. I'll simply go while. And there's something else I wanna do here. I'll post increment year number and then check that if it's less than 10. Right? If that is the case, what I'll simply do, I'll just go current year tuition. I'll increment that by current year tuition multiply. I want 5% of the current year tuition. Right? I want to add that to the following year. I hope the logic there is clear. So what is it I'm basically doing on this line? I'm taking my current year tuition, I'm adding 5% to it, 5% of it on it. I hope that is clear. Okay, so we're done doing that. So the next thing to do will be to I'm hoping people are clear what's going on that line 13. Okay, immediately we're done doing that. We're doing this on a loop, right? And we keep updating our current year tuition. Okay, now it's time to define the total tuition worth of 4 years. After 10 years. Okay. Okay, so I'll simply go double total tuition is equals to 0. Once I've done initializing it that way, I'll simply use a for loop, because up to this point, once this loop is done executing, we'll have the total tuition worth of after 10 years. So now it's time, the tuition worth, oh my gosh, why can I say this? This over here will actually give us the final tuition after 10 years. So once we're done with it, we want now the total tuition worth after after 4 years. Okay, once that 10 years is over, now we want the sum of the tuition worth for 4 years. Okay, so year number, I will initialize it to 1. I will check if my year number is less than or equals to 4. I can say less than 5 if I like, but let's go for less than or equals to 4, and I will increment my year number. Okay, so what is it I wanna do? I wanna say my current worth tuition, I wanna add 5% on it, just as in fact I wanna do the exact thing I done at the top there, and then I wanna add that, I wanna add my current tuition, year tuition, to my total tuition. It's gonna place current year tuition being added to my total tuition. Okay, once I'm finished, once that loop finishes, we are almost done. The only thing left to do will be to simply say system.out.println. Again, folks, if you think I messed up somewhere, somehow, feel free to let me know. Okay, the tuition fee after 10 years is oh gosh, why do I keep typing equals instead of a plus? It's gonna be current year tuition Okay, after 10 years I'll have that. Oops. And system.out.print. In fact, I want to put that up there. Okay, why do I want to put it up there? It's because I'll still work at the bottom of line 19. I will still have to work with my current year tuition, so it will be modified. I want the old value, the value it will have after 10 years. Okay, so now I'll simply go the 4 years worth tuition after 10 years is, perhaps it's better if I go to the next line, is what is my total tuition. Okay, I'm hoping things are pretty clear to everyone. However, there's a problem with this, and I want you guys to let me know what is it I don't like about this code. If you've been following me on my past videos, you'll know that there are certain things that I hate about this code. The tuition fee after 10 years is, wow. I must say I didn't see that coming. The tuition fee after 10 years is what? It seems like this year. You see, that is mainly the reason why I decided to do it that way. It's because it's kind of weird how these things can be sometimes. Let's do this. I've been doing this for quite some time. I mean, I've been having questions in regards to this for quite some time, and I want you guys, and at last I found the problem. In fact, I found the solution, but I want you guys to let me know why what we had before didn't work in regards to the number of times our loop, that while loop there, in regards to the number of times we expected it to get executed. Okay, now that I've done it that way, you'll see, guys, what we're gonna have. Oh, that was so stupid of me. You know, guys, I thought this might have been a problem. No, now I recall well. This works as I expected it to. The problem is with this, and this is not the first time I make this mistake. You see, when you're declaring and initializing your constant, you make sure there are no computations that your constant is gonna be based on, right? So just by replacing that with 0.05, check this out. Now we do get a number, right? Okay, now I want to talk about, seems like it works as we expected it to. Now I want to talk about this one here. I hope people are familiar with post increments, right? So I've initialized my yn variable year number to 0, but the very first thing that here will be checked is 1 less than 10, and if it is, then this thing here will get executed. Line 14, right? It will keep continuing up to a point where my year number is actually 9, right? But it will get incremented to 10, and then it will become and then the question will then be, is 10 less than 10? And of course that will fail, and then we will continue. Okay. It's just that I want you guys to know that there are a lot of ways to do things. I know most of you used this instead on their solution. Again, I'm presuming people have tried this on their own. This is what most of you did. Again, this will give us one and the same thing. Oh, however, if you do this, you make sure that you initialize this to 1. Otherwise, your loop will get executed one more compared to the case where you initialize it to where you initialize your year number to 0. So again, it works as I expected. That should be it for this tutorial, you guys. Tell me things that I hate about this program. I would really love to hear your voice or your opinion down on the comments. That should be it, guys. See you on the next solution. Cheers.